Welcome to Subramani. Talking about emergency funds, how do you define what is an emergency? I already spoke about it in one of the earlier videos. So, emergency is something which should be totally unexpected. Now, if you lose your car for whatever reasons, completely damaged, and you need to buy a new car, yes, but if you are staying in a city like Mumbai or Delhi or Chennai or Bangalore or even Pune or any of these places, today there is an option available. You can take public transport. It's not absolutely necessary. So how you define an emergency has to be very tight. In the US, I can still understand that people when a car is broken, they just can't move because public transport is not good. But in Indian cities and even in smaller Indian towns, today you have very good quality of Ola, Uber, auto rickshaw, everything available. So it's not really so much of an emergency that you can't live without a car. Many people pretend that, oh, I can't live without a car. So not having a car, not really so much of an emergency in India, whatever people tell you. So largely there are 2-3 things. I mean, what are your basic necessities? Roti, kapda, makan. So a job loss, yes, that is an emergency. A cut in the salary for whatever reasons, 30% cut in salary, 20% cut in salary, that is an emergency. A lot of damage done to your house by rain or in northern parts of India, some parts of Himachal, Uttarakhand, Kashmir, by snow. These are the things which can really cause an emergency. If your roof is broken, you need to fix it now. You cannot fix it tomorrow because if it's snowing, and it happens, when there is too much snow, there is weight on the roof, and some roofs are not well provided for and does not have enough of an incline for the snow to fall off. So if the snow is not falling off and say there is nobody to clear the snow on the roof regularly, a roof could break, a roof could give way. So any such big damage to your house, I mean, it can happen even in a society in Mumbai that the building says, okay, we need to collect money on an emergency basis to repair the building, and so we will have to collect from now. Right, so and that is exactly the time when there is a job loss. So in such cases, I can understand it being an emergency, but I mean, so makan, there can be an emergency, and in transport there can be an emergency. I don't think in kapda any of us will ever have any emergency. Most of us have enough clothes to last us for the next lifetime also. Right, so I don't think in kapda it can happen. In school education it can happen that suddenly your daughter has to change school, she is in US, and the changing schools. So those kind of emergencies can happen. When your child is getting educated, is studying, please be ready with some emergency funds. Anything funny can happen, and I mean, lockdown was a time when people had to fly down at very expensive rates. So sometimes it happens that you're stuck in a place where your income stops. You're abroad, you're studying, your income stops, and you have to still pay fees, you have to pay the hostel fees, you cannot come back home. So such kind of emergencies, your child will need money. So these kind of emergencies you have to provide for. And so ask yourself these questions. Is it absolutely necessary to do it? Is it urgent? Can I postpone it? Right? Changing the shelves in your kitchen can be postponed. Buying a second house can be postponed. Replacing your car tires can be postponed. Taking a vacation can be postponed. Amazon, Flipkart sales happen every week, so don't worry about those things, right? So define your emergency very, very tightly. Understand the difference between what your mind tells you is a need and what you know is a want. So be careful about defining emergency and then finding out whether it is urgent, finding out whether you can put it on your credit card and pay after some time, renegotiating with your employer, finding a new job, and making your sharing with your spouse, and your spouse saying, okay, we will find a way, and she starts working, child starts working, your daughter is already working, and suddenly you say, okay guys, you need to pull in for the house because I've lost my job or whatever reason. So find out all those solutions. After that, you break into your emergency fund, and then you start rebuilding your emergency fund as to what will you do. Let us say you have come down to very, very basic and come to zero of your emergency fund. Then start by doing a bank RD of say 1,000 rupees a month. It doesn't sound very big, but just start. Soon, quickly, you will have 12,000 rupees in that account, and of course you need to go up much faster. If 50,000 rupees is your monthly expenses, and an annual 1 year emergency fund would be about 6 lakhs. Yes, your aim is to reach 6 lakhs, but 10,000 is still better than zero, right? So you start, then you suddenly find that there is some life insurance policy of yours maturing after 2 years or 3 years. So go and find out whether you can take a loan from it in case you have an emergency. In case you don't have an emergency, don't try to surrender it, it's expensive. So wait for the maturity to come, and that matured amount, whatever it is, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, make that your emergency fund. But in the meanwhile, you're putting away 10,000 rupees a month, so that became 3,60,000, and 6 lakhs of maturity amount came, and that became your emergency fund. Now suddenly you have an excess in your emergency fund. Then start reinvesting that money. So what all will you do to build up your emergency fund? Try getting rid of things in the house, right? So that is one. Obviously, when you don't have an emergency fund, start cutting down every expense you think need, want. Do only the needs till you build up your emergency fund. So assuming you're not started at all and you're young, or you're maybe 32 years of age and you never thought of an emergency fund, suddenly you know that you need an emergency fund, and you dip into your emergency fund for even paying your car insurance premium, which you pay annually. That means you have not planned your car insurance, or your Diwali expenses, or your Christmas expenses, or Eid expenses are not an emergency. You knew it, you didn't plan it. Your medical insurance, obviously it happens once in a year, and it may be 40,000-50,000 rupees. That is not coming out of your emergency fund. That has to come out of your planning. You have to ensure that there is some money available in a liquid fund, FD, SB, somewhere with which you will make this payment, or charge it to your credit card, where you at least get 45 days in which to make the payment, right? Once you start making a budget and tracking your expenses, your number of emergencies will go down. Then I've done a video already on how strictly you define an emergency. During an emergency, you don't even have to pay your credit card in full. Make sure that you take the benefit of the credit card. But remember that credit card debt is perhaps the most expensive. So see if you can get a personal loan. If you can get a personal loan, that's likely to be very, very likely to be much cheaper than your credit card loan, right? Go on. Don't perhaps I'm repeating this. Need, want. You only pay for all the needs, you don't pay for the want. Eating is a need if you eat at home. Eating out in a hotel is a want. It's a luxury. You don't do that till you start building up your emergency fund, right? So cut down all possible expenses. Walk where possible. Use public transport. There's a dramatic difference between using a bus or a train in Bombay versus using an Ola, Uber, or a black and yellow Kali Pili taxi. There's a huge difference. If your car breaks down, try using public transport. Yes, public transport is not the most convenient. It is not the best organized in India, but neither is it impossible to use, right? So learn to use public transport. Cut down all the other extra expenses. See whether you got some other stuff lying at home which you are not using, which you can sell off. Don't bother whether it is 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. Just get rid of things which you are not using, which you don't need, and which will also get you some value. Don't look at some used dining table which will get you 600 rupees or 800 rupees. Doesn't really help. But yes, get rid of very many things which you are not really using. So sell off some of the stuff. Obviously, the greatest and the best way for everybody is to increase one's income. Eating out less, planning your meals, making sure that if two people have to traveling in the same direction, and you have to take a taxi, try whether you can combine. So some of these things which are so simple. If you're paying on a monthly cable, cut out. Look at all your monthlies. Could be lot of things which you're not really using. Some music channels, some of those things, just cut them out. If you're paying your EMI on a Mahindra Holiday Resort, ask them that whether you can postpone the payments, right? Slightly longer term, if you're staying on a rented house, try saving on rent by shifting to a cheaper place, smaller place, place which is further away from here, right? So all those things, try doing all those things and rebuilding your emergency fund. Both don't happen in isolation. Thank you.